So today we're still working on multi-step equations, okay? But the problem is there are variables on each side of the equal sign. There's an x here and there's an x on the other side. What will you do? So that's what you call variables on each side, on both sides of the equation. So important notes. So let's remember the following. Okay, number one, to keep an equation balanced, we remember that what you do on the left, let's write it down. Yeah, what you do on the left, you also do on the right. Okay, so for example, if you want to undo addition, you do subtraction. All right. If you want to undo multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is, yes, division. Say it, division. Now, you undo the addition and subtraction first. Undo the addition and subtraction first before doing the multiplication or division. It's just like the opposite of PEMDAS, right? The AS will go first, the addition subtraction. Now, what else? If there are x's on the left and the right, you can gather the variables, the variable, the x, the y, whatever, you know, variable you want to solve for, gather the variables on one side of the equation. Either you gather it on the left or on the right, okay? But preferably gather it on the left side. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Now also, you will check on combining like terms and distributive property. You have to simplify first before working on the others. All right, so basic review is combining like terms. Definitely, we studied this before. Adding terms with the same, okay? Literal coefficient, okay? Exactly the same variables and exponents. So from this example, you could see that 5b, 3b, take note, I'm including the signs, is the operation, and negative 4b can be added together. 5 plus 3 is an 8. 8, add a negative 4, or 8 minus 4 is 4b, right? We're okay with that? Combine like terms. Next, how about the a's? The 6a, take note, look at the squares. That's a negative 7a. Add the positive and a negative. You subtract them, you get a 1. A, of course, and sign of the greater absolute value is a 7. So the negative, or I write it as a minus, okay? But in math, usually you don't need to write the numerical coefficient of 1. You could just say 4b minus a, all right? So that's it. Now, we also learned distributive property. What did we learn about distributive property? This A outside the parenthesis is multiplied to each of the terms. So A times B plus A times C. And let's recall again, this will be multiplied to both. So mentally, let's do that. Negative 2 times 3. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6A. But there's another A. A times A is A squared. Okay, negative and negative, positive. Positive 7 times 2 is 14A. You cannot combine like terms anymore. So that's your answer. Another distributive property, 2y will be multiplied to each of the term. Let's start with 2y times 3a is what? It becomes 6ay. Just put the letters together. 2 times 2 is a 4 plus 4. Y times y is y squared. And then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So y is alone. There you go. So remember distributive property. Now this is the main topic of the lesson. We want to move all the variables, the x, to one side of the equation. Okay. How do I move everything to the left? Okay. We want it to the left. The secret is this one, okay? Undo by doing the opposite operation. Opposite operation. Okay, and these are the steps. Okay, combine like terms, distributive property, gather to the left. Okay, now we want it to the left as an eighth grader, but eventually you learn that you can leave the x on the right or on the left, but for uniformity's sake we want it to be on the left. And then do you simplify if needed, solve for x, undo the plus and minus first before the multiply divide. I'll explain that. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that we can combine? None. Okay, anything to the left and to the right separately we can't. Okay, because that a is on the right side. Distributive property, there's none. We gather the excess to the left. Now, this one is the variable. I want you to be there. How can I get rid of a minus 3a? Tell me. Opposite of minus 3a is what? Say it. Correct. Add 3a to the right yo. Add 3a to the left yo. Okay? Because I said our objective is to move the variable to the left side. So guess what? That disappears. So what happens to 2 plus 3? That becomes a 5a plus 12 equals 27. Guess what? Is there anything I need to simplify on the left? None. Check. Now I can solve for x. All right. What do I undo first? Undo the add and subtract. I need to get rid of the minus 12. Minus 12 for you. Remember, you want the a to be alone. Cancels out. So 5a is now alone. Bring it down. 5a. Bring down the equal sign, and then 27 minus 12 is 15. Any questions so far? Again, we're near our objective. We want the A to be alone. A wants to be alone because A is a loner. A wants to be lonely. I want to be lonely. So the opposite of times 5 is divide by 5, right? That cancels out. Check this out. A is finally alone. A is equal to 3. Okay, how do you check? Plug in 3. If you plug in 3 or substitute 3 to any of these values A, and that A, it's going to be equal. All right? Second example, again, combine like terms, there's nothing to combine. Distribute, there's nothing to distribute. Gather the x or the variable to the left side. See, I see you. You b, you shouldn't be here. I want you to be on the other side together with the other b's. All right? How do I get rid of positive 2b? Opposite is what? Say it. Yes, minus 2b. Subtract to the left. Whatever you do on the left, you do on the right. Whatever you do on the right, you do on the left. Okay? So guess what? That cancels out. Finally, it moved. 9 minus 2 is a 7b. Right? Bring down the minus 8. Bring down the equal sign. Bring down the 27. Guess what? It's a two-step equation. How do I get rid of minus 8? Opposite of minus 8, plus 8 to the left, yo. Plus 8 to the right, yo. I showed it. I showed it. Then I can cancel it. 7b goes down. Okay, is equal sign. That goes down. 27 plus 8 is a 35. Last step so that b will be alone. Opposite of times is divide to the left, yo. Divide to the right, yo. I showed it. I showed it. B is equal to 5. All right, so that's the value of B. Next, combine like terms. Anything on the left that I can combine? Anything on the right I can combine? No, I cannot combine the 2a and the 5a because they're in a parenthesis. Okay, distributive property. Yes, you see distributive property. Do that first. Okay, so that becomes what? 5 times 2 is 10a. 5 times 7 is a plus 35. Okay? Be sure you copy whatever you didn't use. 5a, 18 minus 2a. Okay, we'll gather all the x's or the a's to the left. I want to gather everything now. There's an a here. but there are two A's on the left side. So, but this one, I want you to be going over there. I need to get rid of you. What will I do? Opposite of minus 2A is? Yes, plus 2A. Add to the right, yo. Add to the, where do I add it, Ram? Anywhere. Add to the left, yo, to A. All right, showed it, showed it. Then I can cancel it. So 10A, we now have 10A plus 35. 5 plus the 2 is 7A is equal to 18. Okay? Simplify if needed. Yes, I can still simplify because there are two A's here. Let's gather them together. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17A plus 35. You go down over there equals 18. I need to get rid of the positive 35. Subtract to the right, yo. Subtract to the left, yo. That cancels out. That becomes 17A is equal to 18 minus 35 is a negative 17, right? Yeah. And then how do I get rid of the times 17? Opposite of times is divide to the left, yo. Divide to the right, yo. That cancels out. A is finally alone. Negative 17 divided by 17 is uno, negative. All right, that's the value of A. Okay, last two examples, or this could be the last one. Let's see. Combine like terms. There's nothing to be combined on the right. There's nothing to be combined on the left. Okay, distributive property. Yes, I see distributive property over there. So do that first. Do that first. What happens? 17 plus 2 times r is 2r. 2 times negative 4 is a negative 8. Okay. So next, bring down the 5r minus 15. Okay, we gathered everything to the left side. You shouldn't be here. I'll move you to the other side. So minus 2r for you, minus 2r for you. Okay, now we can cancel that. Cancel you. So let's add 5 and negative 2 is a positive 3r minus 15 is equal to, check this out, 17 minus 8. We can already do the work. Is a 9. 17 minus 8 is a 9. Guess what? Two-step. We're back to two-step. Get rid of the plus 15, add 15 to the left, add 15 to the right. That cancels out. 3r goes down, equal sign goes down. This becomes a 24. Opposite of times 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. R is finally alone. R is equal to 8. Okay, we got the value of 8. See that? Just follow the steps. Last, nothing to here. Look at this. Are there terms that I can combine? Can I combine that B and this B? No, because they're in the parentheses. Okay, so distributive property first. So distribute there and that one. So let's do the work now. That's going to be what? 2 times 3 is 6B. 2 times negative 10 is a negative 20. Okay, remember distributive property first. Bring down what you did not use. That's very important. Don't make a shortcut. Bring down what you did not use. Gather all the excess to the left. But before we gather them, check this out. Let's clean the house first. Before I gather you, let me organize these two first because it's messy. Okay, negative 2 and a positive 6 is a 4B. Agree? All right. Then bring down the minus 20 and then 6B. All right. Now, I can get rid of U4B. How do I get rid of U4B so that you go over there? Opposite of positive 4B is? Yes, minus 4B to the right, minus 4B to the left. Okay. So that cancels out. What remains on the left side is 2B. is equal to negative 20. How do I get rid of times 2? Divide by 2 to the left, divide by 2 on the right. Show it, show it. Then I can cancel it. B is now negative 10. The value is 10. See, we simplified and solved for x. Now, let's try some modeling. In Edgenuity, you will see some modeling. So how do I model all of this into concrete algebraic pieces? 3x's, check it out. 3x's, there are 3 rods, and each of those rods is a value of x. So there are 3, so 3x. Plus 2, the plus 2 are the 2 single yellow bars. Okay? On the other side, there's a negative. Every time there's a negative x bar, it's always a red. Okay? The negative is a red. So it's the same size as the x, but it's negative. But it has a plus 6. So how will the plus 6 look like here? What will I draw? Okay, what will I draw in the plus 6? Remember, in the plus 2, we added 2 little yellows. So will I put 4 yellow unit tiles? You call that unit. Unit means 1. Unit means 1. Will I put 4 yellow tiles on the right side of the equation? 4 here or 4 there? No, it's not 4. Now, will I put 6 green tiles on the right side? 6 green tiles here? No, because it should be on the right side. So therefore, the correct answer is this. So the correct answer, we will put how many? Yellow tiles, not green. Let's do the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how you model the equation. Let's try another one. Which finds the solution for the equation represented in the model below? So remember, you want this x's to be on the other side. You want to gather all the x's together. How do I remove the x tile? Okay, how do I get rid of this? So removing 3 unit tiles, will I remove these 3? No, it can stay there. Will I add 3 positive tiles? Positive unit tiles on each side, plus 3 plus 3? No. Will I arrange them into equal groups and match the number of tiles? No. Look, what do I do? If I want to get rid of you, what will I do? I will remove 1 x tile from each side. So guess what? Subtract, I remove this x, I remove that x. So what remains is x alone. X is equal to 3. Whatever you remove on the left, you remove on the right. Next, let's check out this model. 2x plus 1. Does that show 2x? Yes. Plus 1. There's the 1. Negative x, red, correct. Plus 4, correct. What is the value of x when solving for this? Okay, using algebra tiles. So remember, we need to get rid of the x's. So you're a negative. Look at this. This is a negative, negative x. How do I get rid of that? I put a positive x here. All right. So therefore, I will put a positive x there. So what will happen? This will cancel out. A positive and a negative will cancel out, but this will become 3x. So let's write it down. 3x plus 1, but this will still have what? 4. Okay, we still have 4. Next. So we did that a while ago. We did it. It's now a two-step equation. How do I get rid of this 1? Oh, I will subtract 1, that cancels out. That becomes 3x is equal to 3. How do I get rid of the times 3? Divide by 3, that cancels out. X is equal to 1. So this is the answer 1. Got it? Next, what is the value when solving for this equation? Okay, check out the left side and the right side. There you go. There you go. All right, I need to get rid of u, x here, but there's an x here. I want everything to the right. Remember that? Okay, so I need to subtract 2x from u, subtract 2x on both sides. That cancels out. So negative and negative is negative 4x. Okay, bring down the minus 8 equals positive 8. 8 goes down. Okay. There. Look, two-step problem. I need to get rid of the minus 8 plus 8 to u plus 8 to u. That cancels out. Negative 4x is equal to 8 plus 8 is 16. What's next? Divided by negative 4 divided by negative 4. That cancels out. X is equal to 16 divided by negative 4 is a negative 4. So the value is this. So we're done, guys. We were able to move those x's on the left side of the equation, and then we can now solve for x. So remember, guys, this is Rampage Math telling you again, results is equal to action plus motivation. Goodbye.